Today on Torch TV, we take a look at one of the school's most anticipated performances.
COVID is still taking a toll on us. We discuss the new variant and what is to come.
And the Festival of Lights return this year as we dive into what has changed and how it now operates.
All that and more on Torch TV.
Good morning and welcome back to the East Media Studios and today's edition of Torch TV. Happy Friday. I'm your host, Emma Burns, and alongside me is Rylan Perkins. How are you doing today, Rylan?
I'm doing good and I'm ready for the weekend.
So am I. Rylan and I are fortunate enough to both be vaccinated, which is why we were able to have our masks off for the show today.
It's rivalry week as East takes on Columbus North with swimming Tuesday, wrestling Wednesday, and basketball yesterday and today. Today's school spirit theme is ugly Christmas sweaters. Be sure to dress up and show out for your Olympians.
Dancer Studio Inc. has been working long and hard on their rendition of the Nutcracker. It's the 30th season this year, and I've seen some rehearsals, and it looks like their long nights and hard work is going to pay off for this weekend's performances. Here's East Media and Dancer Studio's very own Abby Jones with more.
An annual performance of the Nutcracker is put on each year by Dancer Studio Inc. For some, it's a family tradition to go watch it, but for the dancers, it means much more than that. With amazing new attributes being added to the performance, the cast and crew couldn't be more excited.
We have a huge scene that we're creating, and we have like a forest of trees. So we're bringing out 6 trees, and we're making fake snow all over those. And we have these huge snowflakes that are going to be in the back. So we're really amplifying the props and our stage just to make it look way more exciting.
Each of the dancers trains extremely hard to look their best on stage and practice their routines for the audience, especially those with major roles.
The rehearsals have been really long and stressful with a lot of new choreography, especially Sugar Plum, because I'm working with a professional, has been really stressful because I haven't been able to rehearse a lot because he does not live here. So being able to work with him has been really exciting and like a completely new experience, but it's been really difficult because it's something I've never done before. It's stressful because I'm really nervous and I've never done it before, but I'm really excited for the opportunity.
My choreographer choreographed a lot of it to my strengths, so that's easier for me, but the partnering is very different. You have to hold your body differently when you're partnering with a male, like in turns or in jumps, and my partner was awesome. He taught me how I need to do things like to make it easier for both of us, and since like I know what I'm supposed to do now, it's easier, but the whole process of learning how to partner was difficult.
With an amazing show comes lots of technical work. The parents and crew are so proud of the dancers and how far they've come this season.
The amount of the volunteers and the backstage crew, that it takes to put on this kind of production is incredible. They listen well, they train so hard. They are doing more parts than I've ever seen in the past. And they're very flexible when things change. That's not always in my control. And they're very dedicated, and that's what it takes.
I'm really excited to have an audience and be dancing on stage without masks and lights and the whole set and everything. I'm really excited to see it all come together.
With lots of hard work put in behind the scenes of the Nutcracker, the community will be sure to enjoy it.
I'm super excited to see all the changes in the show this year. If you'd like to come see where the magic happens, the show will be this Saturday, December 18th, and at 6 p.m. Information is on their website.
The Columbus East Student Assembly will be selling candygrams outside of the main office Monday and Tuesday during both lunch mods. Remember to buy your friends a holiday treat next week.
Hostess students are collecting new and used Legos. The new Lego kits will be going to Riley Children's Hospital and refugee children housed at Camp Atterbury. Drop-off is in room 2211 or 2212.
The Columbus East Food Pantry will be open today. Pre-bagged food will be available for grab and go. The pantry will be open from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. Remember, the Columbus East Food Pantry is for you.
The last day of the semester and the beginning of winter break is next Wednesday, the 22nd. If you took any one-semester classes these first 2 quarters, be sure to check in with your counselor if you do not know what class you will have replacing it next semester. Classes will resume on January 6th of next year. Still to come on Torch TV. The Festival of Lights was back and better than ever this year after taking a year off due to COVID restrictions. The parade had a huge turnout and was definitely a success.
The boys varsity basketball head coach Brent Chitty is joining us today to give details on this week's rivalry games.
All that and more coming up on Torch TV.
Hi there, have your driver's license on you? Can you give it to me, please?
Suspicious male, 2619 22nd Street. Call advised that
you been drinking?
Riding through his backyard on a bike. He then dropped the bike and took off running on foot, starting southbound.
Why don't you step out of the car here for me?
Welcome back. The Festival of Lights made its comeback this year with some minor revisions. Here's Avalon Hendrickson with more.
The Festival of Lights wasn't able to happen last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Thank you for joining us tonight in downtown Columbus. I'm Brittany Gray. I'm Patra Jones. Like we said, we're from QMix 107.3.
The Festival of Lights has been a long-loved tradition of Columbus. Many generations have memories of coming to this beautiful event. Due to COVID-19, it was on hiatus for a year, but it is back, better and safer than ever. Every year, QMix Morning hosts MC the festival, adding an extra dose of humor and relatability to further entertain the audience.
I have hosted the Festival of Lights parade so many times that I have lost count. I think it's probably about 13. This is the Festival of Lights parade is one of my very favorite things to do throughout the year as part of QMix. It's something I look forward to every year, so I really missed it last year. Was glad it was back. It's just so much fun because there are so many people around and they're all there just to have a good time. They're in the holiday spirit. We get to kind of chit chat back and forth with the kids and everyone else in the audience. So it's just really a nice, kind of heartwarming event.
Lots of work and communication goes on within the team organizing events like this, led by the planning committee, who works almost year-round to make this happen.
It's kind of full bore. There's just more details and more things that you need to do than most people really imagine. We made some decisions just basically to try to make it as safe as possible while still being able to do it again. We know that a good number of the people in the community really appreciate it. We know since it's been, this was the 30th time the parade has gone on. Over those 30 years, we know that there are people who were in the parade early on, now are adults and have brought their children. They're bringing their grandchildren. So we know this is a generational memory that we're building. So it's that good feeling that you get once the parade is over.
Sorry about the technical difficulties. This was my first year at the Festival of Lights, and it was such an amazing experience. It was so cool getting to learn about how much work goes into an event this size and how it changed because of COVID.
As you already know, this week is a huge week for our student athletes as they take on our crosstown rivals. Junior Danny Summerford joins us in the studio with more.
This week in sports, we have our East-North rivalry week for winter sports. On Tuesday, our girls and boys swim teams met here and took on North, with our girls team coming out on top. Wednesday, our East wrestling team defeated North 58-12 in the North Gymnasium. Olympian Wrestling is currently ranked number 1 in Class 3A and number 6 overall in the state. Yesterday, the girls JV and varsity basketball teams played against North in their gym. Our varsity girls finished with a dominant 74-29 win over North, with Sage Stahl leading the way with 26 points. Awesome job, girls, and good luck in your next game. Tonight, all our boys basketball teams will return home to face North in our very own gym. Freshman and JV teams begin at 6, followed by the varsity matchup starting at 7:30. Be sure to come out tonight and support your Olympians. And finally, tomorrow, East will be hosting an 8-way tournament for wrestling starting at 9 a.m. Varsity boys will compete here at East, however, JV will be on the road competing at Bedford North. Also tomorrow, our boys and girls swimming and diving team will be here battling against New Albany at 10 a.m. Good luck and congratulations to all our student athletes that played and are playing this week. Today we have a very special guest joining us in the studio. Here we have Mr. Chitty, the boys basketball head coach. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, my pleasure.
This week is a big week for you and your team. How have you prepared for this big game?
We watched a lot of film. We got a lot of rest. We have some guys sick, but we're doing pretty well with that. So we had a good week of practice.
Awesome. What has the week been like in practice?
Yesterday we had a lot of intensity, and you can tell they're getting ready to play. I think guys, like I said, are feeling better, and we have a plan, so we just got to try to execute that plan.
Right. How many East-North games have you been a part of?
Come on, man, you put me on the spot here. I think I've been here about 12 or 13 years, and with sectional, a bunch.
A bunch of them? All right. What are you most looking forward to this week?
Well, I think every week, especially this one, I look forward to our guys, see how much they've improved, see what kind of attitude and effort they take to the game. It's a good group of guys, and that's the fun of playing high school athletics. So hopefully we just go out and get after it and execute tonight.
All right. Thank you, Chitty, for coming to the studio, and now back to you guys.
All right. Thank you.
That's all the time we have for today. From Rylan, Danny, and the rest of the Torch TV crew, I'm Emma Burns, and thanks for watching.
And as always, try to be the best part of someone's day.